Prime Minister Boris Johnson has escaped further action for breaking COVID laws during a birthday party at Downing Street. Mr Johnson and his wife were fined last month for breaching lockdown in June 2020.
Downing Street, the heart of government, and now the most heavily fined address in the country. The police today, after 5 months of work and nearly £500,000, calling time on their investigation into COVID lockdown breaches. And the judgment? Mass law-breaking across Westminster and Whitehall.
In total, we've made 126 referrals for a fixed penalty notice to be issued. Some of those referrals were for more than one fixed penalty notice to be issued. 28 people have been referred for between 2 and 5 fixed penalty notices.
Were you surprised about the level of fixed penalty notices, given that these people did write the laws?
I think a number of people, members of the public, have been both surprised and concerned what they have heard, and I'm sure they will be surprised and concerned about the outcome of our investigation.
Has the Prime Minister broken the rules?
The police investigation over. Next week, civil servant Sue Gray expected to publish her report into lockdown breaches. After that, MPs and the public will need to make their own judgment. Many have already made up their minds.
It's one rule for one rule for the other. So they're supposed to lead by example, aren't they? So, yeah, you lose faith.
There's a lot of people that I know, my friends and family, all followed those rules, you know, even with my mum in a care home, because of Boris Johnson and what he said, and they go and do that. No, yes, there should be more consequences.
The Labour leader himself subject to a separate police investigation, still clear. The Prime Minister, who's received one fine, should go.
My view of the Prime Minister hasn't changed. Of course, after an investigation that shows 120+ breaches of the law in Downing Street, of course he should resign. He's responsible for the culture. He also needs to focus on the cost of living crisis, because people are really struggling with their bills. Inflation's up, prices are up, wages are down.
After 4 months, the police investigation's now over, and this government emerges with the dishonour of becoming the most fined workplace in the UK. It's astonishing, it's disappointing, some would say it's shameful. And yet for the Prime Minister in there, he'll be feeling huge relief today after avoiding any further fines, which would have obviously put more acute pressure on him. But it's not over yet. Next week, Sue Gray releases her report into Number 10 culture and the Prime Minister's own conduct. Today, at least, though, a significant hurdle is cleared. And a hurdle that his supporters, for now, will be grateful for.
Of course, those of us who set rules get additional scrutiny. That's always understood. And some of these parties should not have happened. And the Prime Minister acknowledged that. He's apologised for that. He paid the fixed penalty for the one event that he was at. Others will pay theirs as well. There were failings, and we acknowledge that. We acknowledge the anger that some people will feel.
How much that anger cuts through will be the next question for MPs. For now, the Prime Minister appears just about safe.